art and craft are basically like a dance between intent and skill. And it's, I think there are the traditional craft disciplines, like we said, like fiber art, ceramics, and these have found their way into the quote unquote fine art world of painting and sculpture at various points throughout history. And now, especially, I think we're living in a really interesting time where many people are, both curatorially and in the marketplace, wanting to really, really blur that boundary. Craft means so many different things. It is, can be, we can define it as this mastery of material and process, but you can do that across so many different disciplines and to create so many different objects. And I think it's really important to see how applying that perspective and that technical skill to a broad range of, to create a broad range of work is what makes craft so interesting, and I thought was very important in selecting the work for the show. One of my degrees is in art history, and that's how I got into the field that I'm in now, which is curatorially skewed more towards craft rather than fine art. But one of the reasons that I really fell in love with craft and design many, many years ago is from looking at, how an object in general can function within a space. Yeah. So to me, this is, maybe not everyone would agree with this, but to me there is a function to a painting. On a wall, in a space, it changes the mood of the space, it changes everything about the space. It changes the energy of the space. Visually, it changes the space. So, I do think that there is an important function to art objects generally in the space. And I think that's what led me down this road of craft and design, is, the idea of further engaging with these objects. And again, like this tactile nature. So a functional object, it performs a function. It's a lamp that lights up a room. But there's also the tactile relationship you have with it because you're touching it to turn it off and on. And to me, that's something that is obviously absent in fine art. But how can you then bring a similar tactility, even if you're not like turning your painting off and on, but in the materials, how can it insinuate that type of interpersonal connection,